Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week 6 of the Summer Skirmish. That's Dr. Lupo. I'm Zeke. Oh,
Zeke.
I should have. I wasn't sure. I should have trusted you.
You should let me do something.
All right, hold on. We're going to do this again. Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the week 6 of the Summer Skirmish. That's Dr. Lupo.
And I have no idea who this man is. He came in off the street. Wait. No, this is Zeke. That's right. I forgot.
Hey, I'm Zeke. It's great.
Sorry about that. Hey, nice to meet you.
Left me hanging.
Dr. Lupo.
It's great to.
Dr. Lupo.
You're such a nice man.
You have very soft hands.
Thank you for that.
He does. It's true.
Thank you for that. Now, for everyone that's just tuning in, we hope you guys have been enjoying the action. If you're new here, let's talk about the format. We're going with a modified version of the Kingpin format that we saw last week. Eliminations are worth 1 point each. If your duo can find 7 or more eliminations, you activate the Wrecking Ball bonus. And that means for next game, you have a 2 times multiplier. If your team can find a Victory Royale, for the next game, you activate Kingpin, which is a 3 times multiplier with... You know, the prizing is the modification that we've made this week. So basically, prizing is divvied out at the end of every match.
How Twitch rivals of us to do this, too, because each game, like you said, end of each match, what that means is people get like a fresh start. You're like, oh, man, I only got 15 eliminations. That's pretty much the average for me. I'm just saying I'm really good. That's not true. But you get to restart every single time. Now, one thing that I saw was missing from that format board. It actually turns out, so like you said, 7+ eliminations gets you a 2 times multiplier. The Kingpin bonus, if you win, the Victory Royale gives you a 3 times multiplier, and if you do none of those things, you get a 1 times multiplier, which doesn't change a single thing. It's actually, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
What does matter is that llama's face, and we're going to the last game of NA for the weekend.
What is that llama's name?
His name is Carl. The first one on the map is named Carl. If you find the second one, his name is Gary.
Okay. Which one is Vinny?
Vinny plays Carl.
Oh, Vinny plays Carl. My bad.
Vinny plays Carl, and I play Vinny. It's very Inception-y. There's layers here. It's the deepest lore.
The deepest lore.
Rocky Rex, Grenader Jake, flying in. I've known these guys for a super long time. Every time you host Rocky's stream, if you bring enough people in, he does this weird rave thing. He's a super strange guy. Yeah, there's a lot of flashing lights and colors. He actually warns his chat if you have issues with epilepsy. What a nice guy. Warns them ahead of time that there's a lot of flashing lights and to look away. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Here's a Zeke fact. I actually like his background a lot because I personally love all things space.
He plays from space.
What?
Yeah, he actually plays from space.
I'm going to hit this guy up. We're going to play
not from Earth. He's super funny, too.
It looks like
Nick Merckx, you can tell is an interesting scale. There's an on-screen judgment for how serious he's taking the game, and it's the more that he leans in, the less of his face you see, the more intently he's playing. You see he's only about 75% of the way leaned in right now. He could be leaning a little bit more. Nick, get on it, okay?
I'm actually curious. Let's listen in. Oh, that was CDN. Let's listen in.
Got above?
There's a guy above?
No, that's it. I just need to heal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Right back at you, boys. Right back at you. Got rocket launchers?
I've got
Nick,
clingers.
That's a grenade launcher.
Or a grenade launcher, sorry.
Oh!
Almost like clockwork. He can...
Let's try to get this split.
Okay.
Get some of those
He heard you.
shields,
He said,
maybe?
my bad, Lupo. My bad.
I have nothing on me. Nothing.
Yeah, we need to get you some heals.
And, some top tier comms from these guys. Just talking about what they've got going on. Swapping weapons around. Good luck, Nick, in
Do you need an SMG?
Merck's Manor, we'll call it.
Merck's Manor.
Merck's Manor. That tower, Merck's Manor. Shout out to Twitter and whoever tagged me and said that during the break because I laughed. I actually laughed out loud. And a true LOL. I didn't lie about it. It wasn't like a, you type LOL sometimes, you're like,
we should go hit
it's not really like a, haha.
Yeah.
There was a...
That's why you laughed that loud. I see.
Yeah.
I was concerned, but I get it.
These guys are looking down on a greasy Punisher and Gubba.
Are they fighting?
And trying to discuss where necessarily to go. They see the fighting, the west side. There's a third-party situation. They're going to fly in on top, especially because that's a drop-down. So the top-down advantage is just given basically for free. Gets Cody, goes for Immortal as well, gets both. Excellent push from Gubba and Punisher, taking advantage of a. These guys are all mixing up right now, and we're here too. We need to be. We need your attention. Ninja and Cloak pushing on the outside, gets Sony Trust down, which means Manuel Ferreira is somewhere out here. Ninja's just trying to mix it up, looking for
He's getting in the
teammate.
ATK.
Get an ATK. Sounds like Daniel Ferrera's going to try and drive away.
4 times in the ATK.
Yep, he's rolling away.
6 times.
Don't trust. See you, bud. It was fun, but I gotta go.
This is exactly
Yeah,
the
so,
play, right? When in doubt, you just get in an ATK and drive away.
I kind of don't blame him for abandoning his teammate because when you're up against Cloak and Ninja, you might as well throw your computer out the window. Lucky for me, I'm in the basement, so that means I would just put it out in my front yard.
He's a one
Oh, wow, look, he finds Parallax,
Get him. He's so
but
weak.
goes down
That's
instead.
a big team. That's
But
the one
look,
who just won.
He just
luckily.
establishing both.
I didn't
They
have
got
an
both
AR or
eliminations.
SMG,
Yep.
bro.
They're still getting pushed from a third party. Destroyer's got to get the revive on Symphony.
But where is that third party coming from? Look, so this is the third party here. It's Tim and Reaver.
Tim the Tap.
Wait, so there's 4 teams?
There's probably 12 teams. Tim gets knocked down. Tim and screaming. I've never heard him yell before.
What?
Right. Excellent shot there. Surdi gets knocked down. Reaver going for the thirst there. That means his teammate right there pushing up. Tomato. Crafty with the skin swap to disorient his opponents.
You can see Crafty laughing. So that's what Tim yelled was, Crafty is a tomato.
Also, the tomato on tomato violence. Brother, I thought you weren't supposed to shoot at me. A really good push, too, from Crafty. Those opportunities, you know because of the communication that your teammate has done damage to what's left of the opponent. So you kind of have to judge your HP and shield against their HP and shield. And Crafty said, I can win this thing. I'm going to hold forward. My head is a tomato. I will win. We have KP and Monster Face. They got eliminated last round by Dingle Derper. Not this time. KP says, this is my elimination, Rift King. Thank you for your loot.
Finds an elimination. So now here's the thing. Where is Rift King's teammate?
Good question.
Because Monster's here as well, but you don't really hear any shots.
Maybe they did a super risky split drop.
Ooh, we have seen people do that.
No one will have done that this time.
Heading towards his
A
friend.
very, very dangerous, bad decision to make, especially if there's no carryover for elimination points. It's all about game to game. See him taking shots. This might be the teammate. Looking back over, Rift King's teammate could potentially be up on this hill if that's who they're pushing up on. They're moving a little bit outside the zone, but honestly, I mean, 2 minutes, they have tons of time. Can't see based on the minimap just how far away they are, and there you go. Nathanius, I believe that is Rift King's teammate going down.
Yep.
2 eliminations for that team.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, Junction,
I did not know Vivid likes to hang out near Junction.
there's a lot of old cars here, and they're all smushed. They look like pancakes. And I love pancakes. Zeke, I can go for some pancakes right now. Do you have any pancakes, Zeke?
How did you know?
Get me some pancakes.
Dang it. Now I have to share the pancakes.
Share the pancakes. Looks like Vivid, really, really accurate tap fire there as he's rotating away. The purple AR, super accurate, even at moderate range. Using C4 to just kind of smash out the little 1x1s to build up shield damage. Full Nelson
couldn't-
trying to put down the launch pad. Oh,
That's P90 Princess going down. Loot heading their way, so Vivid has 2 eliminations under his belt.
one of the most depressing moments in the game is when you think to yourself, if I put this launch pad down and jump on it, I will live. And then you hit your shins on it, you stub your toe, and you get eliminated. It's very sad.
Speaking of eliminated, Pokimane is down. Myth is by himself right now.
Trying to swap between weapons there. Does not have any ammunition. That gray SMG. He's got a green AR, 78 rounds. Oh! And the pump action.
Wow, I was
Make a play
actually... it's cool that he didn't go for the elimination, because a lot of players would say, look, I just need this point. Myth says, I don't need that elimination. Let me eliminate his teammate, and I get 2.
Why go for 1 when you can get 2?
That's
Just
right.
Doubling up. A really,
2
really
is
good,
more than 1, Lupo.
It is. Hold on. Yeah, I'm checking. And we're coming back. The lab is saying that, yes, 2 is, in fact,
More than 1.
more than 1.
I went to college.
It took a long time to get that answer. I feel like someone in the lab might be asleep. Kitty plays a trio here, a dusty, what's left of the depot above the divot, or if it's the fancy divot, we pronounce it DeVoe. The T is silent, DeVoe.
Oh,
it was Space Lion.
Now, that's weird. You typically
Lion.
don't see Space Lion gargoyling.
Banks is going to yell at you for that. He knows that you know better than that. Banks, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Oh, they're running around.
Shout out to FaZe. Seeing if Space Line's teammate wants some grenades as well. She has a handful of them, and she's handing them out one at a time. Kitty getting super aggressive. She this is pretty standard for her when she plays too. She is typically an in-your-face kind of player. She's really, really good up close. Her shotgun play is always top tier. She can snipe too. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some crazy shots from her, but I'm looking forward to her dropping in there and mixing it up. I would just want her to plumb it in and say, I'm here. I have one grenade left, but I don't need it because I have a pump action.
I couldn't agree with you more. We've seen her play throughout the last few weeks, and you hit the nail on the head, right? She's an aggressive player, and often I think she catches players off guard with how aggressive she is. Like, who would just jump down and say, hey, look, you know what? Like you saw the player was looking up. They're not expecting someone to jump down.
Call Julia.
Kitty's is like, hey, I'm right here. Hey, how you going?
And she actually, you see, before we cut to the 6 here, she was scoping in on somebody. There might be somebody outside in the storm. We'll have to see here, but back down in Greasy, top tier action, and that's not a joke. There's actually, there's somebody, Hysteria and Fear itself are trying to scope out the senior. There's shots coming out from the doghouse. They have somebody right in front of you, like 75 right there. It's actually going to peek over the top. He's got a bolt action. Hysteria, an excellent player, super accurate. Gets Melberger the knockdown, those grenades, and he's trying to go for the flank here. This will be a tough angle to beat.
Jay Cyrus.
Jay Cyrus goes down. He does get the knock on Fear, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, can't secure the elimination, so no points heading their way.
Ninja and Cloak out here. He's C4ing out the structure, going for the shots, gets a pump action tag on him. He's building up. The drop back down. He's got a chug jug, but now is not the time to use that. This is gonna be a rough 15 seconds for Cloak. No pressure, Cloak, but don't get eliminated.
Here's the thing too, is a storm comes in 8 seconds. So he's literally racing for the chug, but then they're gonna take storm damage anyway.
He's got this though.
He's got it. Okay. Hefe, we believe.
He's in storm. What do you want to try to
Headed straight down. Finds the limit. Okay, so wait, that was just a down.
Sticky up guard.
So there's
teammate's still over there, right there in front of him. Ninja's gonna push up, get a little more aggressive. He's just gonna use the drum gun, swap to the shotty. Drum gun, swap to the shotty. Kind of have to wait for the cooldown. He's utilizing it really well. There we go. Just needed a little more accuracy, laying the shots. He does come away with a med kit, so storm damage is basically mitigated already.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. I mean, look at the storm. It's moving pretty slowly. They're outpacing it by a little bit, so they're okay.
He's got time to breathe. High distortion. Ooh,
this guy, man.
Have you ever watched him play?
Have you ever seen someone that's just like so good at something that you think, why is this person this amazing?
Yeah.
That's high distortion literally every time. When he sleeps, better than everyone else. Yeah. When he's awake, better than everyone.
He actually is better than me when he's asleep. No, he really is. I think last summer skirmish I played when it was duos, he was actually asleep and did outplay me.
Oh
there's
gosh.
clips of it, believe me.
He's literally just asleep in his chair playing.
Why do you think he doesn't run a cam? Because he's always sleeping. That's his secret.
Oh my gosh.
That's a secret.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's true. HD, do you even sleep? Or are you like a robot?
See, he didn't respond. Robot and takes down Monster.
Means KP is somewhere around here, probably hiding. A snipe shot came up from the front right as well, and he just barely dodged it. There might be another team here, potentially. It depends on where KP is, if she's hiding down underneath, if she was close enough to Monster, or if they were kind of split. It all depends. Actually, it looks like yeah, okay, so Ninja and Cloak are coming up. That means Ninja and Cloak are going to engage Valkyrie. You have both POVs, because Ninja just took out KP, Monster's teammate, who high distortion Valkyrie just got. So you have a 2v2 situation of 4 extremely good players.
I'm very excited to see how this goes down, because Ninja, like you're saying, is literally behind them.
Now, I've seen HD do some crazy stuff. I need that to happen right now.
So how is this going to play out, Luke? Because so Ninja's running up from literally behind them. Now there's a secondary team here.
Oh my. A lot of push from underneath. HD is very, very high. He's got to be careful. He walls off kind of behind him in case there's a snipe, and then he does the flat platform so he can look down from above, take as many shots as he can, trying to defend Valk so that she can get herself in a good position, get an angle. Now, this looks like...
That was Ninja. He's in the blue. He's got the katanas back.
It's true. It's true. Taking shots. They got people underneath. You're right. They're in the front left from HD. He's shooting in that. That's not Valkyrie in that box either. There's 3 teams here. Ninja, Cloak, HD, Valkyrie, and mystery team number 3. Who we'll probably see here in a second. Hopefully. Punisher in the feed takes Mac out. Gets the elimination. Another elimination point for them.
Trying to put down shots. Trying to like... I'm curious to see where Cloak is. Okay, so that was Pain. And
Which
that was
means I
a
believe that's Dingledurper's teammate.
yeah, and that was an instant elim, so it was just Pain by himself.
Dingle must have already been eliminated. That means it's a 2v2 HD. Valk are still up top, I believe, and that leaves Cloak
One person,
and
I'm gonna
Ninja
give
in
it
the
this
bottom.
too. Later.
They're moving away. The heavy snipe getting dropped, swapping
The
weapons
kill
out.
feed. Nick Merckx takes on
Takes on Annie Alice.
so Nick Merckx is still very much active in this game.
Controller on controller violence. You hate to see it. Cypher taking Jamok. Multiple eliminations. I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong, by the way. My apologies.
Which one?
Jamok, or is it
Oh.
YA? Is it did J pronounce like a Y?
Literally the most high.
I believe maybe.
Well, look at me. I'm Dr. Lupo, and I'm bad at pronouncing names that I don't know how to pronounce.
Hysteria by himself right now. Fear itself taken down. He doesn't have any heals.
The best
Okay.
part is
Whoa, it's Gubba. But look, she has a chug.
Chug. But it might not matter. The push down from above. Hysteria's got a wall up. He's got to put the triangle up too if he has the resources, and he does. He's got a ton of metal. You got a double layer above you, especially if that player is shooting down from above. You can't just sit on one surface like that. Yeah, it's got 110 HP to start, but
Yep.
see, like I said, you got to layer up. Get that chug, layer a bunch on top of yourself, and then burrow back down. You know, stick your head in the ground like an ostrich and just wait. Drink the chug. You know, relax a little bit. It's all good. Ninja and Cloak rotating away, moving across that waterfall right there. Looks like they built a
Why is
pretty
Lubeck
massive
selling it?
wall, and Ninja says there needs to be a window here so I can shoot somebody through it.
I wonder if that. Do you think they eliminated Valkyrie? Because they just disengaged the fight entirely.
It could have been that HC and Valk rotated away from above. Maybe they had a bounce pad or a launch pad and just
Yeah, now I
exited
now I
at the
am.
appropriate time.
But-
We saw Gubba
I'm not
got
actually
eliminated
on meds.
earlier. She
Yep.
had the Chug. Punisher, her teammate, though, still alive. 4 eliminations, too. So they're doing very well. 4 eliminations, typically from the scoreboards we've seen in the past, will put you top 8, which is a substantial prize still. And since it's every single game is a new prize, you know, it's a fresh start. They're doing really well right now. They should feel really
guy's
good
right
about this.
here.
They've both been playing really well. We listened to communication between them earlier. He's going to get a supply crate here. It could have all sorts of things. It could even be a boat.
It could even be a boat, but it's only a shield. He leaves it. So
You're
would
gonna
you
steal
take
some
the
kills,
one
but
shield?
then
It could be. It could be 2 shields. I'm surprised he didn't check because sometimes that happens. If it's 2 shields, do you take both or you take the 10 minis?
Honestly, man, I would
Maybe.
I would be greedy. I would drink the shield regardless of how many it is to top off at 100. Yeah, for 3, I would do it, and then I would pick the minis back up.
Hey man, we've seen
Just optimize.
we've seen literally all day players drop down to 1 HP. So that 3
That 3 could change the game.
literally changed the
That could
game.
be the difference between a win and the opposite of a win.
20 players left alive, Lupo. We're moving now toward Loot Lake.
Closing in. The west side of Loot Lake's going to be safe. Right around Factory will be on the south side of the safe zone. They got 60 seconds and some change to rotate now. And Femstaff, not the first time she's been caught gargoyling. A lot of these players are, like I said, all it takes is a quarter of a second. It is really, I don't blame her for that in the slightest, because some of these people, they'll see an opportunity in a quarter second and say, now's the time to shoot. Punisher saw it. It was just barely the edge of her character's head hitbox sticking out the top, and that's all you need. You know, bolt action's gonna knock you down no matter how much HP and shield you're at, as she knows relatively well now. And
Ooh, the bouncer.
very aggressive push.
Takes that step down again.
Didn't have time to heal at all. Gets wilds as well. 2 more eliminations, puts him at 6 for the team, and however many Gubba has. And some
Yeah.
some
doing it.
ecstatic excitement from Gubba. They're doing really, really well. I don't think that she ever has said anything like that in her life, by the way. She is pure of heart, almost always on stream. So hats off to her. The excitement gets the best of you, man. Vivid disguised toast.
Uh-oh. Vivid has
Whoa,
a
what?
thermal AR right now.
I think even he was surprised at the fact that shot hit. He only did about 30 shield damage, but I couldn't even see, I don't think, that target there. I'm super close to this display in front of me right now. Did 2 more shots. Shield damage, you got 2 targets rotating over there, going right to left. They're going to keep building those ramps like a surface protection, but they have to move. The zone has them in a bad spot. Nobody's going to build out on the water, because you're asking for failure by doing that.
Yep.
See minigun shots and whoever's shooting
Northeast
from.
60, there's
or
a
shooting
people
at.
in the storm. We just tried to
And
kill
here's the
them.
thing, right? He's literally just looking to third party. He's looking to see if I can get it down, especially from this range.
pushed.
That's a free point.
His third partying was rudely interrupted by rocket sounds and explosions. Startling. Also, stink bomb. Saw that. Smells terrible. Don't stand in that. It will hurt you.
So, like, what do we do here, right? 17 players left. Almost one of the final few circles.
Are you
Well,
okay?
he's in a good spot because he has about 1 billion materials. I don't think he can carry 1 billion, but he was carrying about 1 billion. He just used up all his metal, but he still has 800 wood, 980 brick. He can stay up here for quite a while, and there's a big base built underneath it. Sounds like Toast just put down a trap just in case somebody tries to sneak up. They're playing safe, they're playing smart, but they have to rotate
have to
soon.
move to the
60
factories,
seconds.
unfortunately.
We don't know if they have a launch pad, a bounce pad, or even a smile. I don't think I've seen Vivid smile. Blessius
What the-
gets knocked, the thermal at 123 meters, and Cruiser, his teammate, is going to have to make a choice here. Go for the elimination, go for the save. And I think it's tough.
See him, yeah.
He sees him through the wood. Just barely. Those little thermal those heat signatures showing up, giving him an opportunity. He's going for the thirst. Blessius
Yep.
going to become a point for Vivid. A statistic. You hate to see that happen, but that's part of the game.
Yep. We need the eliminations, man. Every point matters, especially right now in the final game of the day.
Uzo and Tokata moving in. Meanwhile, back over.
Another
Right,
elimination.
Get ready.
Bork code going down to Vivid's shotgun, that blue pump.
You know what?
Ruthless.
I'm excited, Lupo, because he just picked
Hay
up
otro.
bouncers. For you guys at home,
Creo.
if you've been keeping up with
Métete,
Vivid,
métete, métete.
he's the kind of guy that takes bouncers and initiates fights.
otro. Hay que
He's
ir ya, hay
hyper
que ir ya,
aggressive
yeah.
when he has them. So we should keep an eye on him. Maybe
Tenemos
there's
material
moments
para
where
esto.
someone, he's far away. He's just going to say, look, I'm going in. That's what
I
Vivid
want to
does.
see it. I want to see it. Maybe throw a 360 in there. Spice it up a little bit, you know? This one's for the kids at
Put a
home.
little
Spin, spin,
paprika
spin, spin, spin.
on it, like you said earlier.
Lit?
Whatever spice you like. Cayenne? Maybe.
Cayenne.
Cruiser gets caught rotating outside. And Vivid earlier had gotten the elimination on his teammate Blessius, but it looks like Loser Games and Tokata take home elimination on Cruiser. Plus the wild nade tosses there, surprisingly accurate. I didn't even see Dragonair up ahead, but looks like they did. They get the elimination, and the nade enjoying occurs. King Richard, Ghost Team, we've seen really, really good gameplay from them. They're going to edit their way up. Just trying to push up these really tight-knit engagements inside structures. Can almost be disorienting at times unless you really know where things have been placed. We saw earlier Vivid's teammate Disguised Toast had put down a couple traps in the tower that they were in, which means you never know what to expect inside any of these little boxes. You could walk into a trap and then some without realizing. Now with Chug Jug, he'll survive one now. 150 damage from Spike Trap is not enough to take out King Richard because 200 is in fact more than 150.
Right.
I think it right. Isn't that? We're validating.
Checking,
The lab
fact
was much
checking.
faster this time. They said it is in fact more.
That's right.
It is in fact more.
So we saw Creo eliminate someone, not Vivid eliminated another player, and there's one other player that went down that I believe OP eliminated as well. 8 players. Look, so Lupa, what's fun? And what I'm very happy to see right now is that the storm is moving in toward Loot Lake. It's going to move onto the water.
You like that?
Dude, yeah, because it's going to mean that this action is going to be crazy.
It's going to be nothing but frustration from all these players.
Oh.
Nana to let his teammate up. He's flying in. Here we go. Ghost Teamo, King Richard trying to find an LZ. You got teams fighting it out underneath. There's 7 players. Saint takes out Vivid. He's just flying and trying to not get spotted. Staying above people, waiting for Ghost Teamo to establish an LZ. They can drop down in here. They have to make sure that this structure isn't connected by just one. And here we go. The shot's coming in. You have multiple teams trying to engage from the same angle. And Rich's best option here is to build up, try and get on top of these players, or try and knock them down. Ghost is taking shots like crazy and gets knocked. Rich, go save your friend. He needs you.
Oh, no.
It's all good.
It's
You hear the clingers coming through. He's got to make a move. That was a really good
not
time.
like this.
All coming down now.
That was so
Ball
close,
damage.
Lupo.
Channeling his inner Tim the Tatman. Sneaking, prowling. Be part of the water, Rich.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
they're
could.
bad.
With the water.
If you sit in the water and you crouch, you can actually sit below floors.
Submarine strat is,
Yep.
is what we call it. Where you turn into a submarine.
200.
Right?
Just very slowly make your way where you're going.
Down periscope. See,
Down low, down low.
time to just dig in.
Let's go, drop, drop, drop.
5 left.
Symphony and
You see
Destroy.
Symphony Destroy. They're calling for the drop to push in right now as the zone is closing. They take a little bit of damage from that, but not enough to matter. And they have an opportunity here to capitalize. They're going to have to move across, and the zone is still over water. What a finish on this one.
1v2.
OP is eliminated. It's a 2v1 right now.
One bullet.
There's the last.
There it is!
It's King Richard, Lupo.
Richard pushing in the last second. That no submarine strat will save you from the accuracy of destroying Symphony. Well played. Holy cow.
We've seen it in the past, man. High ground, especially in these types of situations. That usually leads to a victory.
Usually.
You know?
Not always.
Not always.
Anakin might not have had the high ground, but he still had a chance. Maybe he shouldn't have done a stupid jump flip through the air. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of final moments, let's take a look at the final moments from that last game.
Let's
see
do it.
how it unfolded. Looks like Symphony was actually the chosen one. From up top.
Drop down the shotgun play, and King Richard goes down. 6 eliminations total for them that round, which is huge. That's a really good play. It's a really good game. You don't see a whole lot of teams breaking numbers like 5, 6, 7. And we've seen some people. We've seen some duos over the course of the weekend drop 12.
Yep.
In a competitive game is exceptional. That's crazy. And it's because these players have been playing for a crazy long time.
Yep.
Their game knowledge is extremely high. They know just the right times to push. They know just the right times to take advantage of bad positioning for their opponents, and they're actually surprisingly good at getting out of bad spots themselves. We've seen a number of people that have had multiple teams on top of them or around them kind of burrow down in or build up above and sneak their way out and get into a much better position, take advantage of that, and capitalize on it. And it's nice to see. It's good growth. That's the takeaways. It's always good growth.
Being better than you have been yesterday. We've got a bunch of highlights lined up from match number 5. Let's take a look and relive some of these incredible moments from the final game of the day.
Hamlin's hanging out. Plus sign Billy gets the shot. Oof. That double barrel is so rude. Now this we saw this swoop in from Gubba and Punisher during this game. They saw the third party, as I was saying. They know just the right times to take advantage of bad positioning or bad opportunities for their opponents. So they say, now's the time to capitalize. You guys are distracted. Maybe you're fighting each other. Maybe I saw you took a bunch of damage. You can even see the shield break indicator on opponents when they, even if you're not the one that's shooting,
right?
You know right when they don't have any shield anymore, which means 100 or less. And that is the time to push. Some crazy grenade throws from Tfue there.
Wow, range.
The range there is most impressive. Most impressive. Something, dark side.
I get the reference.
Something, the complete.
No, you're right. It's that, and then it's the faultless. Man, look at this. So remember, this was that pinch when they fought there, and then High Distortion and Valkyrie were there as well.
Up on top, above, yeah. 3 teams ended up fighting there for a while. Matt goes down, and a number of these clips, a lot of this top-down, like peeking in and out, just checking corners, watching for just the right time, especially from players like Vivid. He is scary good.
Yes.
So definitely keep your eye on him over the course of the weekend.
Man,
CMO
this guy's
taking
toast.
toast out. Richard's mixing up. Here we see got him trapped in a box here, going for the shotgun shot, but it was not enough. We did see destroying Symphony and winning this game. There's the knockdown. Gets the elim. Close out the game here with a little shotty drop. Rich, you can hide in the storm, but it's not going to save you.
Look at that. Immediately he knows where he is and secures the elimination on King Richard, man.
Really, really good plays. I'm sad that all the games for the weekend are over. But you can tag Zegamus Prime, hashtag Summer Skirmish on Twitter. Let him know how sad you are, too. All right, he wants to know. Just some so sad, all caps, maybe some spaces between them. Do what you need to do. You know what to do. Do it.
You know what I want to know is what your favorite moment of the entire weekend has been so far.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I think there's kind of 2 that stand out to me right now. Okay. Maybe 3. No, maybe 4. We had the double snipe. Really, really cool to see the heavy sniper utilized in a way that, I mean, people are just getting used to this thing.
Right.
We saw a triple wreck hide in an attic and surprise Hamlin's. Ta-da, I'm in the house. You didn't know about that. That one was hilarious.
Yes.
Saw that clip on Twitter. I cracked up. We have a triple grenade elimination, 1 toss and 3 eliminations just from that. And we had the top of the hotel in Paradise Palms. A shotgun and a pistol is all that player needed to get both eliminations. They pushed up the stairs right next to him. It was crazy. So many really, really good plays. I guarantee you I'm forgetting something because I'm old. All right, so that's I have a goldfish memory. All right, I don't even remember what I had for lunch today. I'm being very serious with you. I don't know if I have pants on right now or not, and you won't know either. The hint is yes, I do.
He does. Luckily, let's relive
It's
some
required.
of your favorite moments throughout the day. Let's take a look at those and live them together. See what you guys have sent our way. I'm excited. You ready?
Let's do it.
Whew. You
What a
know,
play there.
definitely
It's,
some awesome plays throughout
yeah.
the day.
The very majestic movement, narwhal in the wild. You also have a tomato man, confused tomato man. He's got the burger on his, or the fries on his back.
Here comes. I can feel it.
Tim trying to serve up justice with the spatula and delivers.
Rocky went down just before that. That could potentially be elimination.
Hey, what's up? We're back. How you doing? So, you know, man, it's been a pleasure.
It has.
It's been super fun hanging out with you. I'm sure you guys at home have enjoyed the action as well. But we want to hear from you. So don't forget to tweet at us with the hashtag Summer Skirmish. What have you thought of the weekend? How did you enjoy Dr. Lupo? What do you think about Kingpin? Do you want to see that again? What would you like us to do differently? We want to have a conversation with you because, again, this is all for you guys. So any final thoughts before we move on?
Like this reply for more Dr. Lupo.
Boom.
Can't wait to see that.
Can't wait to see that. We also have standings coming in from the final game of the day, match 5. Let's take a look at those. So look at that. If you remember, last game, they activated the Wrecking Ball bonus, so they got 5
Double up
eliminations.
there.
They show up on top. Ninja and Cloak right behind them. Disguised Toast Not Vivid in 3rd. Destroy Symphony in 6th. And OP and Saint right behind them. Look at what's interesting is the spread here. Like, everyone was super bloodthirsty that last game. And, man, it was action-packed from beginning to end.
A very high number of eliminations across the top 10, the top 12, the top 50. It's crazy to see how action-packed some of these games are, and people are dropping in on each other constantly. I feel like Kingpin might be the most, at least this format that Twitch plays, variety of Kingpin has been the most aggressive gameplay we've seen so far because people realize that it's a reset every single time. So you don't have to play slow. You don't have to play necessarily as safe. Unless maybe you have a multiplier, maybe you wait to take advantage of that. You third-party teams a couple times, but you've seen. I mean, we saw Vivid flying through the air at people, taking advantage of having a bounce pad and just flying right in. Taking as many shots as you can, going for eliminations. We've seen a lot of people playing like that. I want more of that next week too. If you don't do it, I will ban you. I won't actually, but I will. All right.
Anything else before we say goodbye for the day?
It was a ton of fun being here.
Yeah, man.
And seriously, a shout out to Epic and everybody here in the studio, and to you for being just freaking fantastic. Thank you so much for the opportunity to do this, and I look forward to maybe more in the future.
For sure. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in for week 6 of the Summer Skirmish. Huge shout out to Dr. Lupo. You guys, if you're not watching this guy, watch him. We can't wait to see you guys next week for week 7. We hope you have a fantastic week. We'll see you guys on the battle bus. Have a good one.